Hello, students. This week is a very important week, and we are going to be talking about organizational culture. What is a culture? Well, here's an example. Two companies can be very successful and even in competition with one another, but they could be making the same products. But some customers prefer to go to one culture as opposed to another because it relates to them. It relates to what they perceive as their needs. It relates to getting utility or satisfaction out of their purchases because they go to this particular company. So, in hindsight, culture means a lot of different things to a lot of people. Now, that's looking at the external environment where we draw our customers from. Let's talk about the internal environment. In the internal environment, our culture revolves around adequately servicing our internal customers, and those are our employees. Meaning that it's essential for us to give our employees the resources they need to service the external environment. If the culture is a healthy one, if it is a positive one, if it is one that relates to a hierarchy that is committed toward employee excellence and training, then we know that employees are going to be fulfilling their needs. You know, when we talk about management, what we're really talking about is skill set, but also organizational behavior. We're talking about how companies communicate with one another internally and how every department interacts with every other department to best service the customer's needs. This is essential in any organization. If we study some of the theorists, especially the psychological theorists, psychologists who came up with ideas of how employees produce effectively in an organization. We have Abraham Maslow, for example, and his hierarchy of needs was figuring out what the employees need in order to be successful where they work so that they can be the best employees that are out there. Hierarchy of needs has to do with satisfying our lower order needs so that we can get into our higher order needs. Our lower order needs being our physiological needs, such as food, clothing, and shelter. You know, that's a paycheck. That's our most basic intrinsic need. But employees don't perform best just because their basic needs are being fulfilled. They have a need for safety and affiliation. But still, these are lower order needs. As we get up further into the organization, we have higher order needs, such as ego. Not egotistical, egoism. Egoism meaning basically, how do I feel about what I do? How do I invest in that? You see, all of this coming together lets us know how strong and how vibrant our culture is. If we have a strong, motivated culture, then and our needs are being fulfilled in the organization as the organization's internal customers, then we know how important it is to be invested in what we do. We take pride in what we do. And this is why customers externally perceive our branding and our organization as strong and vibrant and something, a company that they want to do business with. Examples of this might be Google, or even Walmart now, or it could be Apple Corporation. These are companies that have proven year in and year out that they're about competitiveness, change, innovation, but they provide challenging environments which create a strong culture. So these are the types of things that we're going to be studying this week through, this is the overarching view of what we're going to be doing in Module 4. And I think it's really, really important to understand this chapter because what it does is it integrates the skill set with the culture. If the culture is strong, your skills as an employee are going to be driven toward excellence. So have a wonderful week, and I hope you had a good holiday, and looking forward to working with you this week. And I will be finishing up correcting the tests for Module 3, which ends actually today, April 1st. I'm actually doing this video the day before, but I've opened up Module 4, which is starting tomorrow, April 2nd. Okay, that's it, Professor DeChico.